Welcome to Double Exposure.
Wait.
Don just learned the difference between 30 and 60 FPS.
Oh, man.
He said it looks crisp.
I've been living in the dark ages.
This is a good start.
Oh, man. It's like you look more real on the screen than you do in real life. Oh, man.
You don't know if your topic's ready or anything, but I knew we had a moment and I had to hit the record button.
Oh, we're all right. I thought you were messing.
No, we're back. I haven't even done my mic check, but you sound fine. So it was a week. It's been a week.
It was a week. Oh, man, this is
He's
wild.
adjusting his mic because I had to get that moment for y'all. That was pure magic. 60 frames, dude. You've doubled your frame rate.
Yeah. I was living in 8 pixels. Like. Oh, wait. This is the third dimension. What?
Oh, my God. Okay. Hell of a show for you today. A lot of news.
Most
of it in Don's corner.
14 topics.
I don't get to be that depressing.
I have one gaming little topic as well.
You do?
Will I just get that out the way?
I mean,
it's very quick.
If it's 60 frames a second.
So, do you remember I was saying I was playing a little bit of Mario Galaxy?
Yeah.
So I finished that, and I was like, I heard Mario Odyssey is pretty good.
Yeah.
So I borrowed that off our friend Chris.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Might be the best game I've ever played.
Odyssey.
Oh, man, I love it.
I really don't like Odyssey.
I love it.
I think Galaxy is way better than Odyssey.
Well, Odyssey, like, I'll be real with you, right? There's not that much of a challenge. It's pretty easy.
That was kind of my thing.
So fun, though. It's so fun.
It's fun.
Oh, man, I was a dinosaur with a mustache. Then I was an Italian plumber made by Japanese people wearing a Mexican costume.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It was just so much fun. And the next thing I was a tank, and oh, man.
Yeah, man. A lot going on. So you're like, how far into Odyssey are you?
I'm at the Metro World.
Okay, yeah, that's where I stopped.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I don't know anything beyond that. Keep us posted on that.
I will.
What is your review on Galaxy then? Because I assume you finished the two of them.
I like Galaxy. I don't have the second one.
How come?
Because I got the Mario 3D All Stars. I played it in the Wii when it came out.
Yeah.
And I beat it on the Wii. I never owned it. I used to rent it from Brustons. Remember there?
Oh my God.
Never owned it. And then it came out 3D All Stars where you get 64 Sunshine in Galaxy. So I played Galaxy, and then you can get Galaxy 2 on the Switch, but you have to get it as a bundle deal with Galaxy 1. So I was like, I'm not paying for Galaxy 1 again.
Wait for a sale.
Yeah.
Wait for a sale. You know.
I want to play it though, because I like the Yosh.
Yeah, I mean that's you are a big fan of the Yosh.
I am.
So yeah, I'll say this. Let's do. It was CinemaCon this week.
CinemaCon.
Let's do some of them, and let's sprinkle in some other stuff. Because have you seen the next 2 episodes? Have you seen episodes 3 and 4 of Mall?
No.
Okay, so I have. So I'll give a take on those. And I own gaming stories are sparse this week.
I seen a little clip of more.
Okay. Gaming stories are sparse as well, so we'll sprinkle them in. So what do you want to lead with in terms of...
Will we go... Would you want a quick one, or will I just list out what I have?
I want you to start with the one that you want to start with.
Okay.
Whatever, go with your gut.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a little trailer and some footage shown at CinemaCon for the Grogalorian and Baby Mando.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Have you seen the popcorn buckets?
No.
You haven't seen these?
Popcorn buckets are getting wild. The Yoshi one for the Mario movie is sick. This is a little bit of a tangent here, right? Every time I go into the cinema, in our local cinema, they're trying to sell off the last few Zootopia buckets. And you're the one where it's
think about it?
You're the one where it's just Judy Hopps' head.
Yeah.
Anytime I go in there with my girlfriend, I just like lick my lips and just look at it and then look at her, and then she's like, "You're a freak."
Yeah. Well, I'll talk a little bit about this if you want. I'll let you look at these buckets. There's 3 images, so swipe. Zach, our good friend of the show, Zach Lopez. Happy birthday, Zach! As we're recording this, on April 17th, 2026. By the way.
Did you just rip off Grogu's head or what?
Yeah, but like,
is that? Oh no,
they're kind of crazy. I didn't know they did toys in America now. Like,
I like the Mando helmet one.
Not all of them are actual popcorn buckets. Like, there's a bust called Clan of 2, which is a great name.
Oh, I like the metal one.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mando's a cup.
Yeah.
I feel like that should have been the popcorn bucket.
Right? Like,
and then Grogu
helmets are called buckets in Star Wars.
And then Grogu could have been the drink.
Yeah.
Because Grogu is kind of an awkward shape to be eating popcorn out of.
He is a bit.
And Mando's a very. And also, the helmet you'd imagine is bigger than Grogu.
Yeah. But look, like, they're selling collectibles. Like, do you see the other images?
Yeah.
That's what took me aback. I didn't know that.
I like the metal popcorn buckets. I actually have 2. I have one from The Last Jedi.
You got the Doom one?
No, I don't have the Dune one. No, I'm talking about the metal one.
Oh yeah.
I have one from the live
They're
action
neat.
Lion King, and I have one from The Last Jedi.
I think the best thing that I ever like
They're also outrageous prices if you want them.
Me and George, they are. So yeah, Zach was saying that I'm not well versed in this stuff because to be honest with you, I don't really buy into this stuff.
It's only new over here, like in Ireland. You never used to get that stuff before, only for like big releases.
Yeah, I texted him today and I was telling him that like we don't get this, and then I remembered after we had that conversation, like no, we do because we had the Dune one, but do we only get some of them? I remember the Dune 2 one we had.
We only get them for like big releases.
Big stuff.
But now they're doing more now. Like
yeah. Apparently, like
I'll come in next week with my Judy Hopps one.
The AT-AT is one of them, right? The Walker. It's a collectible container. What does that mean? Can you explain that to me?
I have no idea, man.
Like, is that for your sweets? I don't know if that's... Do cinemas in America have sweets?
I presume they do.
Like, we have what's called a pick and mix here. I don't know if Americans will know what that is.
Pick and mix.
A pick and mix. But it's like it's like in a candy shop. You pick out €1 worth of sweets and you buy that.
€1? The containers in the cinema are about 15, man.
No, they are now, but like in our day, that's what it used to be. I'm just giving them an example. But like,
fun fact: when I was younger, I thought pick and mix was all one word, and then I realized as I got older, it stands for pick and mix, and my mind was blown.
Are you being so for real
I'm being
right now?
so dead serious right now. So when I was a kid, I was like, pick and mix, pick and mix.
Don't put an accent on it.
Dad, can we get a pick and mix? No, I'll buy it's 15 quid.
So both of us try to derail this in different directions. So the AT-AT, it says collectible container, so I assumed it was for sweets, but then it says comes with a large popcorn. I don't know if that's separate. It's got Mando climbing on the side of it, and I'll be honest.
He detaches.
I'll be honest. It looks like shit.
That one looks diabolical. That looks like it's made out of Play-Doh.
Thank you, because I was Zach texted me about this, friend of the show. We were talking about this, and he sent these to me, because who knows if we're gonna get these in Ireland. And I said that one looks like ass, and he said that one's gonna be the most expensive because
I believe it, yeah,
because it features sound effects and light up turrets. And I'm like, just go to a toy shop.
No, don't allow that in the cinema when people are watching the movie. And
that's what I was thinking. Like, unless it doesn't come with batteries, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's not fun. So like, if I go to this movie, and I hear, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Even if it doesn't come with batteries, kids these days are just gonna bring their own batteries. Like, you know, they've got them on lock. Like,
so that's the popcorn bucket situation. The bust is cool. Apparently it's also a collectible container, whatever that means. But the bust the bust is cool. Is actually neat. It looks like something fun.
If you can take the straw out, that could be cool. But if he's just sitting there with the straw, it looks.
Where do you see the straw on the bust?
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking the Mando head.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can. Maybe depends. I mean, maybe they want you to buy the bust instead, so that you can't take the straw. I'm sure you could modify it, but anyway, the bust is cute because it's just Mando with a new attachment on his helmet, by the way, which is interesting. It's like the clone's torch. Maybe that's well in the movie. Yeah. But then just Grogu over his shoulder. And it's called Clan of Two because Clan Din still fucks me up that his surname is Din. His first name is Jaren.
Yeah.
Cool. Weird.
But they showed the first 17 minutes at CinemaCon.
Yeah.
And people are saying it's great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I
won't say anything that happens in it, but we can talk about the trailer they released.
Yeah, I didn't think the trailer was their best one.
I like the trailer.
It's a decent trailer, but I don't think it's amazing.
It kind of gives you more of the story of what's going to happen, where he's like, I'm hunting Imperial War criminals.
I only hunt Imperial War criminals. But I think it's really cute that... I like that line. I think it's really cute that he isn't taking a lot of jobs anymore. He's only taking those because of the experience that he has shared with his son now, basically, you know?
But as well, the fact that the AT-AT, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that that's a popcorn bucket, I'd imagine that's some sort of big part of the movie.
Like if you have an...
why is it not the Razor Crest?
Yeah, I wonder how he gets that back.
Apparently it's explained in the footage they showed at CinemaCon. Like, they just acknowledge it straight away.
Cool. Interesting. I mean, I liked the N1, I'll be honest. the Naboo starfighter. They're just
why blow it up to bring it back?
They're releasing a Lego like UCS Ultimate Collector series. You know what UCS is if you're listening to this podcast. You fucking know what this is. You probably have one. But anyway, they're releasing one for the Razor Crest. And then it comes with a gift that is like a life-size Darksaber. You're upset about this.
I would rather we didn't acknowledge that because I'm about to go on an hour rant.
Yeah, you're upset about. I might let it all out, right?
Oh man, like why are they gifts? Why are they gifts? Like, if you want the money, I'll give you the money. Just like give me the.
He's not in here anymore, but the Bionicle Lego Tahoe was a gift. I had to when I was in Texas.
Yeah, you bought the set just for that.
When I was in Texas, I bought a Ninjago set that I've still never built. That was over $100
just for the gift.
And even then, I wasn't sure if they were even going to have the Tahoe. There was like a Lego Elves thing at the time or some shit like that. And I was like, I might get that instead. But luckily, like I said, friend of the show, Zach, he's our Texan friend. He was there, one of our Texan friends.
Why didn't you buy
He was like, he knows the manager, and he was like, yeah, you could fit him out with the Tahoe, chief. Your man was like, no problem, because Zach spends a lot of money there.
He opens up the trench coat. What you could have done there was bought that. Jacket. You could have bought that, went back the next day and returned it. You probably would have kept the gift.
No.
Oh, the big line.
Well, I didn't want to fuck up his relationship with the guy. They clearly had a good thing going. You know? If he did that over here, like, if he went into like our local chipper and was like asking for elite stuff and was like, yeah, you could put that on, you can put that on Sean. I'd be like, fuck you, man.
But yeah, if they sold those lightsabers by themselves,
you'd have a collection.
I would.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy the Luke one, and I never realized it was a gift until after it stopped being a gift, and I was vexed.
Yeah.
Because you've seen my little, you've seen my Lego little press in the house.
You have like a glass cabinet.
Yeah. And I'd buy it, like, you'd get big money off me if you just sold those, like.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably pay $200 for them, like.
Yeah.
And that'd be so overpriced, but I'd do it.
I'm just surprised because, like, the Darksaber is just a money printing machine. Do you think the Darksaber is going to come back in this film?
I don't know.
Maybe. I hope so. It was stupid of them to do what they did with it in
I still haven't seen season 3.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's stupid.
But it got me quite excited for Star Wars after my little bit of depression on our Star Wars tier list where I was like, Star Wars is gone. Like,
yeah, it's not. It isn't, you know.
I put it up on my story on Instagram and I was like, oh, Star Wars might actually be good again. Like, as a little joke. And I actually got people replying going like, yeah, I hope so, man. Because it's so bad.
Well, I think that, like, you know, these guys know what they're doing. They've always known what they're doing.
Favreau.
It's Jon Favreau. You know, I mean, the man just fucking brings a good time, you know. But, I mean, it's also two of the most endearing characters that we've ever experienced in Star Wars, going on an adventure, hunting down Imperials. And for some reason, Embo is here.
Zeb and Rota the
Hutt are here, I guess, you know. But it looks great. I can't wait to see what happens, even though I have a funny feeling looking at that trailer. I think we all know what might happen. We might have to confront an inevitability of a world without Din Djarin. We'll see. Know, man. We'll see. I mean, the trailer leaves it mysterious, you know.
Yeah, he also has his helmet off a lot in the trailer.
I mean, hey man, you paid for Pedro, yeah. But I mean, like, I guess going down to the mines of Mandalore and bathing in the waters there doesn't mean shit. You know? It doesn't fucking matter. Every other day he's down there like it's a sauna. You know? Oh man, what happened? Imp struck my helmet again. You know, like,
he just got in a spray bottle.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But it looked good.
It looks good. It looks fun. I cannot wait. May 22nd.
So
we will be there with a spoiler cast for afterwards. I can promise you that.
A couple of little thing. So, the Michael Jackson movie.
Oh,
there's a review embargo, so people can't like give full reviews. But basically, like, you're allowed.
Is it coming out that soon?
I think so. Like, it's out this month. It could be. It's out like next week.
No shit.
Yeah. So people are just allowed to say general. Did you like it? And yes or no. And like, if you liked it, you can give brief thoughts on why you liked it. If you didn't like it, you can't say anything.
Right.
But all the stuff I seen was positive.
Cool.
And they say Coleman Domingo's the standout.
Is that the guy playing?
No, he's playing Michael Jackson's dad.
Oh, he looked good he looked like a fun performance in the trailer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But they're saying he's like the standout, and they said the guy playing Michael Jackson, who's like, I think Michael Jackson's, is he his nephew or something? He's related to him anyway. They're like, he could be Oscar winner this year. Like,
how do you feel about this movie existing? Like, because you're the movie guy, so I have to investigate your person, because like there is a lot of talk about this film for reasons that you understand, you know. So how do you feel about it?
They basically wrote the script and they wanted to delve into the stuff that, you know.
will get us taken off YouTube if
they
we say
wanted,
out loud. But
they wanted to
I know you know what
that
I mean.
stuff. But then like basically the producers were like, "No, man." And then his family had something. I think his brother or something had something to do. Where it was like, "We'll sue you," like basically, if you do it. So then I think the way this movie is, because it's good. It's part 1. Depending if it does well.
Interesting.
And of course it's going to do well because he's the biggest.
You would assume.
Yeah. So like it's part 1, and if it does well, there's going to be a part 2. Mm-hmm. But like apparently this movie is going to cover like his earlier life.
Right.
And then the second movie, if they do make it, it's going to cover the more troubled stuff. But obviously they're not going to go all into to that stuff. Like,
but I know what you're saying the movie is, but like how does it make you feel in terms of like the world is very divided on, you know.
I think he's gonna be a very pro Michael Jackson movie, like.
Yeah. But like, is there any part of you that is like, it's kind of like, is there an ethics question here for you? In terms of like going out seeing the movie, or like whatever, or are you like that's for the court of public opinion to decide? Like,
yeah, it's probably
because like if this was a game that used like this is a weird comparison, but it's sort of a similar thing. It's like, if it was a game that was talking about like or used a lot of AI in production, you know, and it stayed in there when it came out, that's a black stain, and it would make me go like, there's an ethics question about like this here, you know?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't stop me necessarily from looking at it as someone who has a podcast, but it's I don't know. It's just interesting. I'd love to hear what people think in the comments down below.
I think people are just going to go see it though.
I think so too. I mean, you know, money has a funny way of being
like,
made.
With the biopics though, like, obviously, none of them are going to be like, oh, this person did this, he's a bad person, you know, all that stuff. None of them are going to do that. But like, if you look at all the other ones, a lot of them delve into the darker side of the person. They don't go as far.
The Queen one was quite good.
The which, it showed you, you know, Freddie Mercury, like how he lost himself and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, it did that. Mm-hmm. And then even the Bruce Springsteen one, not that he ever really would like, but like it showed you like his depression and how he kind of
do you
nuked his own life for a bit, like.
But do you think that there is an element of like sanitizing like the story of someone in that?
Oh, there definitely is. Like, they definitely don't show you all the bad stuff that these people did. Like, but I think the best biopic, and I think it's just a general great movie. Have you seen Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah, it's great.
Fire. And that does not shy away from anything.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And that's probably why it's so fire. Like.
Yeah, I agree.
They're doing that. Actually, it wasn't one of my topics, but now they're on it. They're doing a Snoop one now. A Snoop.
They've been working
biopic.
on that for a while.
Yeah, he was at CinemaCon and he came out and he was like, "What's up?"
Yep, Snoop.
And he brought out the guy playing him and he was like, "It's gonna show this period."
You've never
of life,
done
like,
drugs, but if Snoop Dogg came up to you and handed you a joint, would you smoke it?
No.
You wouldn't?
I don't know, man. But I reckon he's like, yeah, man, I don't care. I reckon that'll delve into everything wild he did.
Yeah, I think
he just seems like a man who doesn't care. Like,
I don't know, yeah. But it could go either way in terms of like he has nothing to say as well, I think, because he's so lax.
But even like a lot of biopics about like even like people who aren't musicians, like the Smashing Machine and stuff, like a lot of them are kind of they hint towards bad stuff that these people did, but they don't show.
They don't explicitly get into it.
Yeah. So
Iron Claw's awesome.
I haven't seen that one. I need to watch that.
Yeah.
But I reckon this one is just going to be completely like no hint of anything bad, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
They might convince the family for the second one, but
we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah. Like, I probably will watch it so we can talk about it here and stuff, but I'm not like, eh.
Oh, I'm not telling you don't go to see it. I just want to know what your take on that was.
But I think as well with a lot of people, because Michael Jackson's such a big, like, he's like, there's no point, like, he's the biggest pop star ever to ever live.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't acknowledge the other stuff. They just pretend like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, then we have a couple of casting stuff. I want to leave that for a bit. Okay. So I'll stay on the CinemaCon stuff. Have you seen a little movie called Spaceballs?
Oh yeah, they're making another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Spaceballs, the new one.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Really?
I love Spaceballs.
I mean, I like it. I just think.
But like, if you never made it, it wouldn't bother me. Like, it doesn't need a sequel. But like the way the first one ends, there's a joke of, oh, we're gonna come back in 20 years and we need more money. It's gonna be called Spaceballs, more money. And then like part of the clip they showed was like the guy who plays Yogurt, is it Mel Brooks or Mel?
I think so, yeah.
And he's there. He's like, so I know we promised the end of the last one would be called more money. But he's like, if you actually look over here and the camera pans, like, I have the money. And he's like, they gave me the money. So and he's just flaunting like stacks of cash.
That's funny.
And he's like, we in fact have the money. So he's like, we're just gonna call it the new one because you know it's It's gonna be the same thing, but it's gonna be the new one. So we're gonna call it Spaceballs, the new one.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? Fair.
You know what
enough.
I'm excited to see?
It's pretty funny.
Rick Moranis come out of retirement for this movie.
Who's Rick Moranis playing?
Jared Helmet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
We'll see. I'm not sold, but that's funny. That is funny, but I'm not sold. I'm dubious.
The first one's hilarious. But actually, I haven't seen the first one in a while, so maybe I was just young and I found everything funny.
Yeah, I'm worried it won't, like, this style of comedy.
I don't know, man.
Up.
Like, who are you? I'm your cousin's brother's nephew's sister's former roommate.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Like,
it's pretty good. Yeah.
And when they're combing the desert, it's like, we ain't
found shit.
Maybe
funny.
Is just, yeah.
It's funny. We'll see. We will
the little
see.
alien with the hello, my honey, hello, my baby.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this movie's hilarious.
Yeah, the alien reference. Yeah. No, I mean, it is funny. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but then we have. They showed a trailer. I've only heard a description of it for a movie called, one of the worst titles I've ever heard, called Whale Fall.
Yeah, but do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know. It's based on like a book which is inspired by a true story.
Do you know what a whale fall is?
How do you mean?
What a whale fall is?
Oh, no.
So a whale.
I just thought they were calling it whale fall to be edgy, but it sounded kind of stupid.
No, whale fall is a real thing that can happen, and it's actually one of the most interesting natural phenomena that there is, in my opinion. This is an aside, but hi, I'm Sean, and I write things. I wrote a story once about that was like a fantasy world, and it had like a thing called the whale fall as its epicenter, because I think it's a fascinating concept. Basically, a whale fall is named after a natural phenomenon that happens in the ocean when a whale dies of natural causes and it sinks to the bottom. So basically, wherever that whale just fell, there will be, like, the whale will begin to decay there, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you you know when you go into a pet store and you see all those little, like, tiny, like, shrimps and catfish and stuff like that? Now, imagine being one of those and a beluga whale under the seabed right there.
Yeah.
You are going to eat for the rest of your life. You're going to have 1 million kids. You're going to be able to attract mates, no problem, because you're secure, right? So then all the bottom feeders breed like crazy. And then immediately following that, what happens? The predators come in and they eat like crazy. So when a whale fall happens, it is this absolute explosion of growth that doesn't really happen in the world on land. It is so interesting.
That is interesting, yeah.
The story I wrote was like the leader of the pantheon dies, so all the magic falls to earth every day. And that was like the thing of that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the tears of the gods rain down and make everyone magic. So there could be a war going on and, like, you know, like every day they retreat to the trenches. And then the rain comes at dawn and heals them again. They have to endure the suffering of battle again and that kind of thing. So there's so many things you can do with it. That title grabs me immediately.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't know what it was. So
What's the movie about?
Well, it's basically, I think it's like I don't want to say a fisherman, but he's like a seaman.
Yeah.
And then
A what?
Stored,
where's he? He's stored in the balls.
Yeah. And then and then one day he meets a lady. And then, no, but like the clip they showed is like I think they said it was Josh Brolin.
Oh wow.
And it's basically he's like hunting underwater, and then he gets grabbed by like a squid, and the squid's like messing him up with the tentacles, and then a whale comes along, starts eating the squid. So while he's trying to escape the squid, he's now trying to escape the grasp of the whale as well.
Wow.
But they said like the sequence, the way the sound mixing was done, like one of the fellas I watch him review a lot of movies. He said like when he was younger and he seen Jaws, he thought it was a good movie, and he was like, but it would never turn him off going back to the sea. He was like, I will never go in the ocean again after watching this clip. But he said like it was like the most intense thing they were showing.
That sounds awesome.
But it sounds awesome. Yeah, it's coming out this year.
That sounds
October,
awesome.
I think.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then while we're on...
Winter's going to be so big for movies.
Yeah, massive, yeah.
Speaking of which, there was a few details on Werewolf.
Yeah.
Have you got those in your notes? Because we
Werewolf
can do that now.
and Dune and Doomsday, all these are in...
Yeah.
But we'll go to Werewolf. So they showed like a few kind of clips and stuff.
For the record, for those who don't know, Werewolf is the new Robert Eggers movie. Robert Eggers, known for The Witch, The Lighthouse,
Nosferatu,
Northman.
The Northman, yeah.
The Northman, and
that's it. These 4 films, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, you think you'd more, yeah.
I thought he had one more.
But
anyway, go on.
This one's starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, Lily Rose Depp, and Willem Dafoe. And after this, I'm really excited for his one after this. Joe, does one after Werewolf is?
It's Christmas Carol.
It's Christmas Carol. Oh,
yeah,
man,
I'm not going.
I think he's gonna do something spicy.
Fucking hate Christmas movies.
But he's gonna do like a horror movie though. It's gonna be.
I know, and I think I will like it, but it's just like, man, there's so many more interesting things I wish he'd work on instead.
But yeah, it was like a.
But good for you. He knows what he's doing.
It was like a sizzle kind of
sizzle reel,
but like they were showing like a small few like. It was like a tease of like cuts and stuff, and then it like ends with like Aaron Taylor Johnson in the barn, and he's like starting to go through his transformation.
Because he's the werewolf, right?
Yeah, but you don't see the.
I don't think we'll see him ever, to be honest, as that form.
Oh really?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think but like, have you seen? You still haven't seen The Witch, right?
No.
There are things in The Witch that they don't really show, but they will show like the bottom of a limb and stuff like that. But the way that Eggers' strongest thing, in my opinion, is lighting. That's why his movies are so good. Everything is great, but his lighting is sublime. And so like he can pull off the shot of only showing the monster's leg because it's lit so dramatically and so.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? You know. Anyway, sorry, that was a tangent. Go on.
But yeah, and then it sees him at the and then there was a line I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't want to say it in case I get it wrong. I can't find it anywhere here. But Aaron Taylor Johnson has like a line at the end. I remember like they said it, and I was like, oh man, that's cold.
Yeah,
but he releases all his films Christmas Day as well.
Yeah.
Which is just something I just thought of there. Which means for us we won't get it till January.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it.
I am also excited.
I keep forgetting it's coming until someone mentions it.
I'm so excited. I'm very excited for this one. I love werewolf myth. I love werewolf mythology.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't even think it's a hot take, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we have. Oh well, we probably do. I don't think we have any great werewolf movies.
Oh man, you've never seen what's that movie called? Oh my god, what's
Silver Bullet? You think you told me about
Silver Bullet's great, but I recently found a better one, and it's about an SAS division that get waylaid by werewolves. And I'm not kidding. I know that sounds ridiculous.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's
old enough, isn't it? No.
It's like early 2000s.
Yeah. They're in a little shack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that's like the best one.
That movie, Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers, yeah.
I
heard that's the best one.
It's the guy that did The Descent.
Yeah.
But this movie, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not that scary, but it is an amazing, like, it's like Attack the Block.
Yeah.
It's horror comedy action. It is so good. There's one scene in this movie that is so fucking funny. It's such good physical comedy. It's amazing. But also, there's things in the movie that are just ridiculously good. Dog Soldiers is an awesome film. That'd be a great book club one for us.
Yeah. Then there was some Doomsday footage.
Not publicly available. I tried to look.
Yeah, and there was some Dune footage, and apparently the Dune one, it was like the first 18 minutes, and like apparently it shows like it's the first part of the movie.
All of the action.
What I say, it's like a load of action.
Yeah.
And but he was like the way it was shot and stuff was like the Fremen led by Stilgar, like fighting. But he was like, then it starts to rain, and you see like the Fremen's reactions to rain, which is something you wouldn't think about because they lived on Arrakis, like, and then like because they're somewhere fighting for Paul and it's raining. Like
it's the gods.
They associate him with
them.
being God, like because like he brought something to So and
that's so cool that it's like
it's such a small detail, like
it fuels the jihad. That's happening. That's so
because as well
cool.
he promised that to them as well in Dune 2.
Yeah,
like.
he did.
So like it just reinforced.
He was like, "You will have rain when you." Yeah,
but everyone who I watched who was on about that, they were like, "That is going to be the movie of the year." They're like, "That's going to be the best." Like.
I didn't hear that much positive buzz outside of the usual MCU bubble about Doomsday. Fuck! I said
the footage.
It's so hard not to say that.
The footage. Well, one thing they confirmed was that Doomsday isn't moving. We covered that I think last week before. Where it was going to blink. It's not going to blink. They're going to stay in the same day. But the footage is like Thor.
Stupid.
It's like Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. He never takes off his mask and he has a different voice. And blah, 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 blah. But, like, I thought they were going to do that. I don't think they're going to reveal he's Robert Downey Jr. till the end of the film.
That's so stupid.
But, and Chris Evans is back, and then Thor narrates. And then Thor has some line, which people said was the standout of the trailer, where he's like, he's talking like the New Avengers. Like,
Thor fights him in the trailer, apparently.
Yeah, and he's, like, saying to New Avengers, he's like, I fought beings, like, 10 times more powerful than anyone here. No, I fought with beings who are more powerful than anyone here, and I've seen them die to people I fear less than him. But it's like the way it's phrased makes it out like, whoa.
Yeah.
Kind of and then Steve Rogers is back and he's got Thor's hammer and you see Shang-Chi fighting Gambit and I'm not that excited for it, to be honest.
Really?
I'm way more excited for the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I'll be honest with you. I think that this movie is going to kill the MCU.
I want to see the X-Men, though. I really want to see the old X-Men brought back.
My hope is that the MCU dies. So
it's never going to. It's not going to die.
Oh, dude, I don't know, man.
It's not going to die.
I don't know.
This movie's going to print money, whether it's good or bad.
I don't think it's going to print as much money as you expect it to. I think
I would actually it's definitely making $1 billion.
Yeah, no, I mean, like
I would say it could make the
it
two.
definitely could, but do you think it's going to make more money than Endgame?
I don't know. But it could. They're re-releasing Endgame as well before this comes out with new, never before seen footage, and they made their own style of ways movies are shot now called Infinity Vision, and this is going to be the first movie released with Infinity Vision. Now, ask me what Infinity Vision is.
What's Infinity Vision?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because it's nothing. It's nothing.
It's nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
But while we're on the X-Men, made some casting rumors for the X-Men.
Okay.
I sent those to you.
I didn't look, I'll be honest.
Oh, I thought you said you enjoyed one of them. We have Mr. Peter Claffey.
Oh, that one I enjoyed. I don't remember any of the
Duncan
rest of them.
Tall.
Sorry, yeah, that one was good.
Yeah. Well, he's not playing, but he's rumored heavily to be playing Hank McCoy.
Yep.
I like it.
That's cool.
I like it.
That's cool.
As Beast.
Yeah.
And then Odessa, I'm going to butcher this, Azoin, has been heavily rumored to be Rogue. That's her. She was in a great movie that came out last year called Marty Supreme.
Let me see this.
She doesn't look like a Rogue type, but I don't hate the casting.
Never in a trillion years will I go see that. That looks nothing like X-Men.
But she played she was in Marty Supreme, but I don't hate it. I like Peter Claffey. I don't hate that. And then it's not confirmed, but people are saying that Sadie Sink is going to be Jean Grey. So what people are saying is it's heavily rumored the new X-Men, when they kind of do the soft reboot after Endgame, is going to be the original 5, which is Beast, Angel. Who cares about Angel? Beast, Angel, Iceman.
Dude, I remember the beginning of X2. Angel is sick.
He's not an X2. That's Nightcrawler.
It's the beginning of X3, is it? Where he cuts off his wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, Angel's cool.
So Beast, Iceman, Angel, Cyclops, and Storm. Beast, Angel. Beast, Angel, Iceman, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. But then if that's true,
they're not doing Storm.
Yeah,
they've said this.
But then if that's true, where does Rogue come into? Unless she's like the newcomer joining the team. I think she's not one of the original 5.
I think she is the original 5, but they're replacing.
Oh no,
Storm.
No, but Storm wasn't one of the original 5.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
What?
It was Beast, Angel, Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Iceman. They're the original 5 X-Men. Storm didn't come until
Jean Grey wasn't one of the original 5.
Yeah, she was the first. I have the comic. The first comic is she joins the team, and that's the original 5.
What?
And then when Storm comes in, is the same time as Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Banshee, and it's either Warbird or Thunderbird. So like the second wave of X-Men, because they have to go rescue the original 5, was all X-Men from different countries. So you had Storm was Africa, Logan or Wolverine was Canada, Banshee was Ireland. Warbird or Thunderbird was like Native American, and then Colossus was Russia, and Nightcrawler was German.
I don't think there is a single Irish actress who would play Banshee. I don't think so.
Well, Banshee's a dude.
Is Banshee a dude?
Yeah, Banshee's a dude. He's an X-Men First Class.
Who plays him in First Class?
Can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he just recently played Dracula.
Is he Irish?
I don't think so, no.
Then fuck off.
And he wasn't Irish in the movie either.
Then fuck off.
But if you had to pick 5 X-Men to start with, who would you pick? I think don't do Wolverine straight away. Leave him.
5 X-Men to start with?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'll be honest.
Or just your 5
I'll
favorites.
be honest with you. How you feel about Star Wars is how I feel about X-Men.
You've lost all.
I couldn't give it less of a shit. If I was to pick 5 though, because I don't want to just be I'm not being an asshole. It's just like, I'll get into that in a second, right? I'll get into that in a second. We're going long in this episode, guys, in case you haven't realized. We're 30 minutes in and it feels like we've covered nothing of the news.
Oh man, I still got hella topics.
Yeah. So here's my thing, right? I would do you count Magneto as one of the original 5?
No, he's the villain.
But like, wasn't he not always?
Wait, are you on about original 5 as I was on about original 5 as in who were the original 5 in the comics?
No, I mean if you're starting the X-Men story again, I think you have to start with how the X-Men came to be. I don't think you start with like.
Well, like
I think you have to go from like First Class basically. Again.
Well, if they're basing like First Class is an original concept for the movie. Like if they're basing the X-Men off the comics, the comics was like Charles Xavier recruited Angel, Beast, Cyclops, and Iceman, and then they were his X-Men, and then Jean Grey joined the first one. Magneto never helped form the X-Men in the comics. Okay, the original like.
I'll ask you this then, because you've recently.
But
you've recently reread these.
Yeah, but right? I like. But if Magneto being the one who helps him start the X-Men, I like First Class, my favorite X-Men movie.
Yeah. I'll ask you this just because
First Class actually might be my favorite superhero movie. No, it's not actually. It's not.
Just because it should be.
I don't know. Into the Spider-Verse is a banger.
You read this recently. So what would you prefer they do? First Class or the comic run? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see the comic run.
Oh, I'll tell you what, they are going to do the comic thing, I think.
Okay.
But I like the concept of First Class, but it all depends,
Because I don't think Magneto was that good until the movies did him justice.
Michael Fassbender's Magneto is so peak.
It's just incredible.
Even when they get really bad, he's still a killer.
To answer your question, finally, if I can't count Magneto, which it should be, but that seems like a good cast. But I think that their rationale, we have a white New Zealander playing a Norse god who controls storms, so we can't have a character called Storm, an African woman called Storm, is the gayest, most cowardly shit I've ever heard from Hollywood. And how it's tolerated is just fucking beyond me.
But if you walked up to anyone in the street and said, name an X-Men, everyone's going to say Wolverine. But then if you said, name a second one, most people are going to say Storm.
Yeah.
I would consider her the second most famous X-Men.
Okay, all right, we're going to do Halo Reach again, but we already have a Spartan protagonist, so we're not doing Noble Six. Okay. I am not paying you any attention. You are not worth it because you don't give a shit about the source material. You care about money.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. The MCU are going to ruin what you love again.
We'll see, yeah.
Sick of it. Sorry, I'm jaded. I'm so jaded about this. When they said no Storm, I was like, you've lost me.
I think they'll do the original 5, but then you're seeing these casting rumors for Rogue, so maybe she joins midway through the movie or something.
You know what we should do? We should get another person as Mystique that doesn't fucking want to be Mystique.
That doesn't what?
That doesn't fucking want to be Mystique.
Oh yeah, we should get someone as Mystique, right? And then make her the main character. And then she says, "Oh, why don't we call the team X Women?" And then we should have her just complain about the makeup, even though this is what she signed up for, and just complain about the makeup. So then we just paint her blue, and then what we'll do is we just kill her off.
We should get someone who gets to have the best job in the world and doesn't like it. We should do that.
I like Jennifer Lawrence, but that was wild.
That was ridiculous.
Making Mystique,
that was such a fucking
making Mystique the main character of those movies as they went on was just so stupid. You've so many more interesting X-Men.
I mean, I stopped before the end.
Oh man, the last one they did is they did Dark Phoenix again.
I didn't watch that or Apocalypse.
Oh man, Dark Phoenix sucks so bad, but Michael Fassbender's just there trying to hold the whole thing up. Even James McAvoy stopped caring, man. And Michael Fassbender's there using his telekinesis, and he's like, I'm trying to keep it together. And then he's a sick fight scene on the train with Nightcrawler, and the rest of the movie absolutely blows.
Dark Phoenix is not adaptable. They're hot take. But Jean Grey's not that interesting.
We've done enough of the X-Men, I think.
Yeah.
So have you seen the trailer for the new Ridley Scott movie, Dog Stars?
No, I haven't.
So I heard a little bit about it.
Yeah, what's this about?
Didn't know what it was called, and then my girlfriend sent me a trailer saying we should go see this. And it starts off with Jacob Elordi coming in with a little puppy, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be one of those rom-coms, and it's not. It's next thing it cuts forward, and it's the apocalypse, the post-apocalypse.
Kind of like The Road.
A bit like The Road, Last of Us kind of vibes and stuff. And
zombies.
Yeah, zombies, and it's starring. Okay. It looks decent to be fair, but Ridley Scott, I think, has not made a good movie since The Martian. But anyway, it goes. So Jacob Elordi, Margaret Qualley, Josh Brolin, and Guy Pearce.
Did you like Napoleon?
I didn't see it.
Oh, I thought Napoleon was very good.
Yeah, I heard it was bad, but I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything. I didn't mind The Last Duel, but I was kind of disappointed.
I didn't see it in the end.
And Gladiator 2 sucks.
There's half of a good movie. There's two halves of good movies in there, but together they don't work.
And they're buried so deep.
Ooh, don't agree with that necessarily.
And Paul Mescal, didn't like him in it.
He does his best, man. It's not a good script.
I think it just shouldn't have been made, but look, that's a story for another day. But yeah, no, it looks decent to be fair.
I'm gonna jump in really quickly with the gaming topic. I'm gonna start with my most boring one. So tell people what's coming next.
Okay, so what we have left on my side to talk about is The Boys, Daredevil, Hunger Games, Peaky Blinders again, Avatar: The Legend of Aang, and we have a little Aragorn casting. And all of that is coming up, so stay here. So have you heard of, we talked a couple of weeks ago about what a live service game is, where they keep extracting money from you over time, and you're like, I've invested so much, I can't stop playing, and like whatever. So there's an initiative. Basically, there was this game that PlayStation released called The Crew. Sony shut it down. Online only. Couldn't play the game that you paid $70 for. It was online for like less than a year or less than 2 or something like that, right?
So this guy called, Scott Ross Scott, one of those. Sorry, I should get his name right. He started this initiative called Stop Killing Games, where basically if you there should be consumer protections against things like that, right? So it's like, I almost got ahead of myself there, but basically, it protections like if you make an online only game, it has to stay up for so long. So, you have to 5 years of server maintenance, security updates, things like that, right? Or money back. Simple as, right? Because what you're getting right now is basically a long rent.
Yeah.
Not even that long if you consider that renting a game or renting if you rent a movie on YouTube right now, you get 2 hours and you pay $3, 70 is a lot more than that, So anyway, finally this week, after years and years of talking about this online and making a big presence, he petitioned the European Union and the Commission heard him. And they are going to try and make legislature to protect consumers. Overwhelming support. And Sony, 2K, Microsoft, all of the big gaming companies, Rockstar, all of them are all trying to, spending millions of dollars trying to shut this down.
Yeah.
And they're losing. So, phone up your MEP if you're in Europe and you care about this sort of thing. Make your voice heard. These are the kind of things you need to be fighting.
How would that work? So if you shut down a live service game, to be sued, or you'd have to give a refund, or
so if you pay $70 for a game and you promise 5 years of server maintenance, it says that on the back of the box. So when you buy the license for the game, which is what you do when you buy a game these days, right? Yeah. If it shuts down after 2 years, you should be able to recoup. It only lasted for, let's say, 40% of the time. So then you get 60% back. Yeah. That's how it should work.
Yeah.
It should be that simple, But companies are fucking greedy and they don't want to give you your rights. So, don't let the companies win. Even just posting about stop killing games online, do a little hashtag, do an Instagram story, do something like that. Everything helps. It gets seen, and that kind of thing. And where Europe goes, the rest of the world will follow, or at the very least, it will mean that if companies won't make a different game for different regions, you know, that would make no sense. So if us here in Europe keep our heads in the game and do something about this, that's a benefit for people playing games in Asia, in America, and every other, in the Middle East, and Africa and things like that. So anyway, that's a cool one. It's really cool that that's a win. That's a positive news story. See, I'm not always depressing. What's next?
So there was we'll go with the casting because I think the rest of the ones we're gonna maybe one of them, but the rest of them I think we'll have a big talk about. Actually, we'll have a big talk about this one. They recasted Aragorn for The Hunt for Gollum.
Okay, I want to know. Yeah, I want to talk about this.
Jamie Dornan, Irish man.
Let's go.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I love it. I'm a big fan of Dornan.
I can't say I've seen him.
Dornan's a great lad.
I can't say
we claim him.
I've seen him in a lot of stuff, but from what I've seen, he's good.
Man, Siege of Jadaville is a hell of a film.
Yeah, but if you're not going to bring back Vigo, and you have to recast, he's
we talked about this briefly during the week over text. I don't think Vigo wants to, and also I'm not saying I'm not saying he couldn't, but he's old. Yeah,
he is old.
Yeah,
with a character, people are like, but you're bringing back Gandalf, but I'm like, Gandalf's character is old.
But also
like the point of Gandalf is he's old.
Isn't the whole thing with Aragorn that because he has the blood of kings, he lives a near elven life?
Not near elven, but he lives an extended.
It's an extended life, right? So Vigo doesn't look quite like that anymore.
He's
like
one of
fair's fair.
Yeah, he's one of the Dunedain, which
the Dunedain. Thank you.
If you haven't watched the movie, they when he's talking to Arwen, she mentions the Dunedain, but they never explain what that is, and then they cut any scene that kind of references it. But if you were to guess, watching Lord of the Rings, you think Aragorn's probably 40-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No.
He's 87.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's close to 100.
And because he's one of the Dunedain, I think he lives 150 something years or close to 200.
I think it's 250.
I don't know, but it's something like that. It's not as long as an elf would, but
it's kind of like a half elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I never saw War of the Rohirrim, but apparently that was amazing. The animated film.
I haven't watched that.
I heard that was
forgot that existed.
Yeah, I heard that was great though.
But besides Vigo, everyone else is back. Andy Serkis is back as Gollum, but that doesn't matter because it's
Elijah Wood's back.
But with Gollum as well, he's motion capture, and also straight up, if you cast anyone else as Gollum, I'm not watching your movie. Andy Serkis is he's also directing it as well. So
what?
Andy Serkis is directing it.
The film?
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's directed a few films.
God, this sounds like an amazing team. What's the catch?
I don't know. And it's written by, I would say,
Colbert.
Stephen Colbert, yeah.
God, this sounds awesome.
But yeah, Andy Serkis has directed quite a few movies.
Yeah?
Off the top of my, I know he directed, I think he was contracted, but he directed, I think, the second Venom. I haven't seen it. But apparently he did his best with it.
Yeah, fair.
But also, I mentioned this a while ago, like,
Venom!
Andy Serkis is just, he's the guy, like, he's the man.
Yeah, man. I'd love to have a beer with Andy
he's the
Serkis.
absolute
I don't know
man.
if he drinks, but...
Like, even, like, I listened to a bit of the audiobooks
Yeah.
of him, and he's just so passionate, and he plays every character with a different voice.
Which audiobooks?
Lord of the Rings one.
Oh, he does those?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, man, you should listen to a little clip after, like, they're great. He did The Legend of Mowgli. I haven't seen that. He did, what else? Oh, he's doing the new Animal Farm movie. Or he did the Animal Farm movie.
That came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't hear much about it.
I didn't hear. I actually thought it wasn't out yet. But yeah, no. I don't hate the casting.
Yeah,
I don't know who else,
I mean, it all sounds awesome.
Well, I mean, if you asked me to pick someone, I don't know who I would have picked. So.
Yeah.
Do you know about Jamie Dornan and the boys in college? Do you know about his housemates?
No.
There was 5 of them living in a house, right?
Am I going to know all of these
Actors,
people?
you're going to know every single one of them.
Go on.
Because they all turn out to be successful. So you Jamie Dornan.
Yeah. McAvoy.
No.
No?
Okay, you want to guess him? Okay, go.
Okay,
Think around that age range.
Okay, so I'm gonna
5 housemates, you know every single one of them.
How old is Jamie Dornan, roughly?
Late 30s, early 40s.
Okay, alright, so I've expended one guess for McAvoy.
Yeah.
Okay. Ewan McGregor.
Jamie Dornan's 43, and he'd probably be the oldest one of them. No, not Ewan McGregor.
Oh, the oldest one of them.
Yeah, I would say so. Well, they're probably all around that age,
Okay.
like, but maybe 1 or 2
Alright,
years.
Jamie Dornan, Ewan McGregor.
No. Jamie Dornan.
Well, hold on. Let me guess 5 first.
Okay, you
let's
wanna
see if
get-
I get
okay.
any. You know, I've done
Okay.
2. So is there 5 counting Jamie Dornan?
Yeah, 5 counting Jamie Dornan.
Okay, my next guess is Jamie Dornan. No, 2 more. Oh man, it's on the spot. It's hard to think of actors of that age range. Paul Mescal. He's too young. Last guess.
I also said good actors.
Yeah, I mean, oh come on!
I don't like Paul Mescal, and I'll die on that hill.
Oh man, Paul, come on the pod and defend yourself.
I won't be on it if you are.
You come on, you don't know him personally, you know. What?
No, he was good in Hamlet.
There you go. Beetlejuice. Who's the last
Yeah,
one?
yeah, it was
I don't know. Who are they?
So we have
Taylor Johnson.
Jamie Dornan, right?
Yeah.
We have Oscar winner Eddie Redmayne.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. We have 2-time Oscar nominee, and I think he should have won, Andrew Garfield.
What?
We have Charlie Cox.
No.
Yeah, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up.
Talented class.
And who is the last one, do you think? I think English actor around that age. I would say one of the best actors working at the moment. They all, also, to be fair to all of them, they all look younger than they are.
I don't know. Tell me.
Robert Pattinson.
Nah, that's
you can look this up.
Wild. That's wild.
Five of them were housemates in college, and all 5 of them turned out to be.
When are they going to be in a movie together?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Just remake them in college and have them play themselves.
That'd be a great film. I'd watch that. Yeah. If One Direction got a fucking movie, okay? Let the men have one.
But yeah, great.
Wow.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I'm excited for Lord of the Rings. It sounds great. Sounds like it has all the right pieces. All the right constituent
So
parts.
I'll go through this one a little bit quickly because I don't think you'll have much to say in it. There was a trailer for Hunger Games: Sunrise and the Reaping.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. Hunger Games was the first book series I ever read.
Yeah, it was.
And this is based off my favourite character, Haymitch. And I read the book last year when it came out, and I was a small bit disappointed by it. And then I watched the trailer, and I'm excited for it. But the guy they cast as Haymitch, I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't see it myself. But I think the rest of the cast is great.
Hope it goes well for Sandwich.
The rest of the cast is stacked. You have McKenna Grace.
Yeah, she's so pretty.
You have his name's escaped me. He just played the new Karate Kid. I'll get it up here while I'm talking. You have Ray Fiennes.
I'm blanking. Who's Ray Fiennes? Why can't I put this?
You don't know who Ray Fiennes is?
No, I do, but I can't. Oh.
He was in a movie we see in January called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Ralph Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes. His name's actually pronounced Ray Fiennes. I thought it was Ralph as well.
What?
Yeah. He's in it, and you have Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, great, awesome.
Great. Yeah, and then you have Ben Wang, He's a new upcoming actor. He was in The Long Walk. He was great in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Elle Fanning.
Also very pretty.
Yeah. Great cast.
Yeah.
Trailer looks decent. Like, built my excitement for it quite a bit.
Hope it's good.
Yeah, it's coming
for
out.
you Hunger Games fans.
It's coming out.
Personally, not for me.
It's coming out in November.
Cool.
Yeah. So then also another quick topic before we get into the big one.
Well, is now a good time for a gaming break then?
No, this is quick. And
Okay.
then you can go for
Go
game.
do.
Do you remember I told you I was rewatching Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
With my girlfriend. So we finished it again, and it's just a great show. And you were asking me when we did the spoiler cast, you were like, do you think the ending to the show was better, or do you think the movie was a decent ending? And I can tell you 100% they should have ended with the show. Because once we finished the show, we watched the movie after. And I think the reason I was so positive is because I hadn't seen any Peaky Blinders in so long. And I was like,
you wanted it more.
I wanted it more. And then we watched the movie straight after. And I was like, do you know, right? The thing with the Arthur thing, right? I won't spoil it here for anyone who hasn't seen it. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Man,
it sucks.
When you see the clips of the stuff throughout the show, I was like, there's no way that would ever happen.
Yeah.
There's no way.
It really was a real life corner they were put in. And honestly, they should have just recast.
They should just not made the movie.
Yeah, but if they really needed to make the movie, they should have just recast.
Yeah. Or they could have wrote him out or something a different way.
He's in America with your one.
Yeah.
You know?
Or anything. Oh.
Or anyway, I don't know if he's still with her by the end of the show. I don't know.
And then the end, as well, one thing my girlfriend pointed out, I remembered it, but I wasn't sure if she'd pick up on it, but I think because she binged the whole thing so closely together, she's like, the first time you see Tommy in season 1 is he rides in on a black horse. And at the end of season 6, he rides out in a white one.
That's way cooler than
what
happens.
And that's such a way cooler symbolism, because
is it a brown horse he has in the movie, I think?
I think it's blackie.
It's a black horse.
But then she watched the movie, and I was like, what you think? And she was like, I actually wish I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah.
She said, she was halfway through the movie, she was turning to me, she's like, this is crap. And I was
that's how I felt in the cinema.
But I think for me, I was just so positive because I just wanted to see the characters again and stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
But I all the big things as well, she got spoiled for before she'd seen the movie.
It's hard. It's hard nowadays. It's tough, especially when a movie releases like that.
But the ending to season 6 was really good,
Yeah.
Really, really, really good. And then, yeah. But that was just a quick thing I wanted to get in there. So.
No, I appreciate the addendum and you answering a
So if I had to rank them, I'll go Immortal Man is the worst.
Yep.
Then we have a big gap. Then I would probably say none of the seasons are bad. I would probably go season 6. It's
the weakest of a good bunch. Yeah.
And then I would probably go season 2. Season 4. Season 1, I was a lot lower on season 3 when I first watched it. I would put season 3 as my second best. I would put season 5 as the best.
Okay.
But when she watched it, she liked season 5, but she was like, oh, I wouldn't rate season 5 as the highest because it wasn't as action heavy. But that's when it starts to twist more they cut away from the action to more like the political stuff
intrigue,
with the fascists and stuff and I find that way more interesting. But
yeah, I get you. Real quick gaming, not real quick, maybe, I don't know. Depends what you thought. I mean, sometimes Don misses things in the gaming world and I miss things in the film world. And if it's like, this is something we're going to talk about, I'll send you it and you'll send me it and vice versa and blah, blah, blah. So this week, a really interesting game got announced and a trailer went up that was like 6 minutes long. You watched the trailer for Metro 2039, yeah? What did you? I know you. This is a sequel. This is a game series you've never probably experienced.
Yeah, I think I've been living under a rock because I don't know how they made 228 of these and I haven't seen them. It looks decent. It looked decent.
As someone blind and not understanding anything about this, what did you think? I'm curious because
it looks interesting. Like when the train was like driving away and your man's chained up, I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But is it? Do I have it right in saying like it's post-apocalypse and they're living in the metro stations?
Correct. So let me briefly explain the premise of Metro. Right. So Metro is really interesting because, very similar to a lot of bad media, Metro started like them. It was a web novel. So like the author was an office worker, right? Russian guy, Dmitry Glukovsky. Probably butchering that. I have a lot of respect for this guy. He's one of my heroes. So he would publish chapters online of this book he was writing on the side. And people would give feedback and whether they thought like this is good or this is getting messy or like blah, blah, blah. And eventually he decided, okay, I'm going to lock in, guys. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to finish this, right? So he writes this book, and it's a satire, like kind of like how Fallout is taking the piss out of America. This is sort of the answer for Russia. They were often compared back in the day. So he releases Metro 2033, which is 30 years after the bombs fell in World War III and obliterated the world, as far as we know, right? So everyone lives down the metro because the Moscow metro was designed to be a bomb shelter, if you didn't know that. So he based it on reality because he was in and out of the metros every day. So he just wrote what he knew, But he had so many grievances with Russian society and such like that. They needed to pour it into this book. So imagine his surprise when he releases the book and the Kremlin knocks on his door. So he's in exile and has been for some time now, right? This game studio approaches him one day, and this is my understanding of the events. I might be slightly wrong about this part, but the studio approaches him and they say, we want to adapt your novel into a video game. We think it's really important. He goes, oh, where are you guys from? Ukraine. He goes, okay, this is like 2010 or 9 or something like that. So they go, okay. They make this game, Metro 2033, cult hit immediately. Like, doesn't set the world on fire, but does well enough that the team can make a much more ambitious sequel, and then another one on top of that. And now finally we're here, and in this game, like, that's kind of the main sort of premise. But the whole idea of Metro is like, is there hope for humanity? Is the central question. It's very like bleak Russian literature type of thing, but it's just really, really good at that as well. What's particularly interesting about this new one, 2039, is, as far as I know, and I'm going to use some terms here that the world might not be, like, people aren't really saying out loud right now, but this game is being made in Ukraine, right? So that it's not like on the electrical grid, so that like, the Russians can hit it. They're like using generators to power the studio, right? I think this is the first game about World War III, talking about World War III openly, made by people in it. Yeah. That's something else. That's something else, man. That's really something else. Shout out to the guys at 4A Games. They're fucking crazy to be working on this game. It looks incredible.
It does look good, yeah.
Dmitry Glukovsky.
If I was to play this game, would I have had to play the ones before?
No. I mean, I think you should anyway. I think you would like these. Did it catch your interest that much?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've become more of a book guy. I would say, like,
yeah, I have, yeah. I picked up reading again last year, and I've read like 30-something books since. I
would say that you should probably read 2033 because I think you would just love it in general.
My next read, I'm reading Artemis, do you know, by Andy Weir now.
Oh, yeah.
So when I finish that, I'm going to read The Road.
Cool.
So I'm feeling like...
I would ask you to put Metro 2033 on your list, and we can talk about it on the podcast, because the game is good, but I like the book more.
Is it a big book, or...?
No, it's quite short. It's about 250 pages, if I remember correctly. Oh, now, somewhere in that range, maybe closer to 300. It's been a couple of years. I just ordered the book 2035, which is one I haven't read today. But this is what Dmitry Glukovsky said on Twitter about this game. The story of Metro 2039 is one that I long wanted to tell, but it had to wait for the reality to catch up.
Oh, crap.
So now it doesn't seem to be a dystopia or science fiction anymore. Now it is relevant to everyone.
Damn.
Jesus. He went on to say, I dare say 2039 is the most grown-up story I've worked with 4A on to date. This Metro will be darker than anything you've seen before. And I can promise you, and you will agree with me when you read 2039, it's already fucking bleak. But I couldn't be more excited for this game.
When's it come out?
This game's coming out this winter.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Also, so there was a longer presentation I didn't link you to, but you might find it interesting just to know like what they're going through when they're working on this and stuff. By 4A Games, it's on their YouTube channel. But there's really small things in this game that really remind me of The Last of Us, like the way that they did things. So like when you're up on the surface in Moscow, right, in the game, because it's nuclear winter still, right, as you stay on the surface, frost crystals slowly generate on your weapons and your armor, and then if you move, like if you get attacked and you have to knife, it shakes off all those crystals and stuff.
That's cool.
I was like, it's small things like that will really like keep me in.
Immersion, yeah.
The other thing about Metro that's really interesting is like as a game and mechanically is that you're gonna love this now that I think about it. If you're living in a world full of mutant creatures and you have to hide in the metro, every so often the mutant creatures will come down, right?
Yeah.
Now, the problem with that is eventually, one, your guns will break, so you're going to have to make new guns. You can manage that. There's a lot of metal to dig up in the metro, okay? But making new bullets, that's tough. So money in metro is military-grade ammo. And cheaper ammo that was made in the metro is not money, right? So the thing that you need to decide in the game, you've got 150 military grade ammo.
Go for the crappy guns, or
so you can switch ammunition on the fly. So if you're in a bad situation, you might have to burn through money to survive. That's so fun. It's so unique.
Cool detail, yeah.
And when you're on the surface, you have to find gas mask filters because those won't last forever.
Yeah.
Or you'll die. But not always. So it's like there's moments to breathe in the game more than The Last of Us, I would say.
Yeah.
And you feel, if you're on the surface, you're in for a bad time, but you just have to get to the next shelter, So it's interesting in that way.
The Last of Us.
Yeah?
You say moments to breathe.
Yeah.
Were you there when Lorcan?
Yeah, I met him once.
Were you there when he played The Last of Us for the first time? And he was like, lads, right, I'm telling you now, right, I'm going to play this whole game and I ain't going to shoot a single bullet. So he was just punching the zombies. Oh, man. Oh, do you remember like the old Rage Quit videos? It's so funny.
Shout out to Michael Jones.
Why can't I do this?
That's awesome. That's funny. But yeah, there's Metro. I'm excited. I'm excited to.
Before we go into the other, I haven't had a chance to see it. Do you want to talk about Maul?
Yeah, but
I haven't had a chance to see it yet. So.
Yeah. Okay. So with Maul, it's really good. Yeah. It's getting better. If you thought the first 2 episodes were okay, you thought they were all right, you had fun, but like they didn't blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's escalating. It's very much escalating. These episodes, these last 2, were what I thought we were just going to jump right into, but they've set up the dominoes in such a way that when they all fell in those last 2 episodes, I was like, oh God, I think you're going to appreciate these episodes a lot more. I'm looking forward to coming back next week when you've watched them. Yeah. And you've got a lot of Oblivion to play because we need to record next week.
I was stuck for time this week, so
yeah.
I was like, I can watch The Boys or I can watch the 2 episodes of Maul. I was like, I'm kind of feeling the boys more, and we didn't talk about The Boys last time, so
we can talk about it this week because we've both seen it. You can begin. I'm going to turn on the lights. It has become pitch black in here. The sun has set. We're going longer than I thought.
There's 3 episodes out now. So
I haven't seen the 3rd.
Oh, you haven't seen the 3rd?
No.
Ah, okay. Okay, so we're limited. I like the 3rd. I thought the 3rd was good. It's kind of setting up more where the story's going to go, building a bit more tension and stuff. There was a lot of nice callbacks in the 3rd to like earlier seasons done like tastefully enough.
I wasn't impressed with the first 2 episodes at all.
Okay, 2nd episode was fine, nothing special. The second episode was the Soldier Boy episode.
Yep.
Yeah, Soldier Boy is probably my favorite character.
Spoilers for these 2 episodes, by the way.
Yeah. So Soldier Boy is my favorite character in the whole show.
Yeah, me too, but I don't think he should have stood up at the end. I think that was stupid.
Yeah, but I was like, they hardly brought him back just to do that in 1 episod.
For a minute, I had so much respect for them again, and then I lost all of it.
Yeah, but you'll see why in the 3rd episode they're doing something. But
it'd want to be like, we're bringing back Thrawn level of like massive for me to like really care.
But, yeah, I didn't mind the 2nd episode. It was nothing special. It was fine. But then like they have like those stupid jokes getting the boys where like, Joe, your man, like mother's milk goes into the room and there's like the cat litter and it's like the human crap in there, and I'm like, it's not funny anymore. Like,
it's not funny.
Like this stuff was funny at the start because no one else was doing it, but like you've overdone it. It's not funny. I found one thing I think funny across these 3 episodes. I think it was something Soldier Boy said. I don't even remember which episode it was in, but there was like one.
He has a couple of good moments.
There was like one.
I like when his shield breaks in episode 2 and he's like, motherfucker.
But there's like 1 or 2 funny jokes, but none of them were like that style of humor of the boys' humor. Like also as well, Kamiko, she's starting to annoy me.
She annoyed me immediately when she started talking.
I was like, I don't think
and she's my favorite character in the show.
I know but I think like they should just made her not talk.
How do you feel about the A-Train stuff?
Why would you bring? I was going to talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
A-Train stuff. I liked everything with A-Train, but I think
so fast, dude.
But this is the thing, right? His redemption arc is the most drawn out and rushed thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I think he should have switched. Like in season 3, Johnny kills Blackhawk.
Yeah.
That's when he should have swapped sides.
Yep.
It should have been then. Not they shouldn't, or like at the start or mid season 4. He swapped sides at the end of season 4, and I was like, he's obviously going to die next season. Mm-hmm. So I thought when he swapped, I was like, he'll die near the end of the season.
So also, like, they probably talk about this in the 3rd episode, but people who got V1 are immune to the illness.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So Homelander's going to take V1, become even more powerful, and become a god emperor. And then their boys are going to, Homelander bullocked my wife.
Homelander done kill me wife.
Homelander,
took me bloody son.
Homelander bullocked me wife. They're going to have to get him, and I'm going to roll my fucking eyes. Or maybe they're going to do a very Garth Ennis thing, and Vought will win. Or not Vought, but Homelander will win. I would respect that a little more.
What I think should happen, what I think would make the most sense to happen, and I don't think it's going to happen, is I think Homelander should lose his powers.
Yeah.
And I don't think like Butcher should kill him, but Butcher should basically take away the thing he cares about most, which is his powers, and then he should kill himself.
Have you seen the movie Civil War?
No.
Okay, never mind.
But I think that's what should happen.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it could go anywhere really, but
I was displeased.
I think as well, some of the boys, like the main group, some of them should be dead by now. You don't need to have them all there. Like maybe Mother's Milk could have gone earlier, or Frenchie or someone.
Mother's Milk hasn't done an interesting thing in 3 seasons, man.
Yeah. Also, as well, I said this to you. I thought that first episode the actor was after having a stroke because he was constantly talking out the side of his mouth, and that just went away. So was that a bit he was doing, or what was going on there?
I don't know.
Season 1 as well. Johnny fights the guy with the long
dick.
Yeah, I don't know if we could say that or not.
Love sausage.
That's him, right? Man, that's not funny anymore. That hasn't been funny in so long.
No, it was so... There isn't even satire there.
Yeah. Like a lot of the stuff they're bringing in, I was just like, it's not funny.
Yeah.
But like I did like it more than season 4, but like a lot of the stuff they're just repeating that they're like, oh, people still find this funny or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, also Huey's not that like, what's he doing? Like,
yeah,
he's just there for Starlight kind of. No, I did think the stuff with his dad in season 4 was good.
Yeah,
that was my favorite part of season 4.
I
so far he hasn't like, and even episode 3, you'll see he doesn't really do much.
No,
it's kind of, I don't know.
I don't really like him and Starlight. I don't think they're a believable couple anymore.
Yeah,
you know, to be honest,
it's like the shows should have been a lot shorter.
Yep.
There's some interesting Black Noir stuff
also like
going on
can I be 100% honest with you? Like, people like are still memeing on like Starlight's face, and I think that's really mean.
Yeah,
like she has it's not like she like got like a bunch of like fucking cosmetic surgery. Like, you know what actually is her thing, right?
She had some sort of disease.
She's been diagnosed with a disease.
Yeah,
it's kind of fucking gross, to be honest with you. I forget the actress's name.
I don't know if it's just because I'm noticeable now, but it doesn't stand out as much this season. Whereas last season, I
assume she was going through some sort of treatment or something like that. I feel awful for the poor girl. It's unfortunate. Erin Moriarty. Yeah, I feel awful for the poor girl. I do. It sucks. It sucks.
Black Noir. You'll see he's in episode 3, but he doesn't speak. But do you remember last season there was a new Black Noir? Yeah,
I think it's another one again.
Yeah, I think it's another one. So and do you remember the start of season 1? You see Starlight fight him, and you don't see anything else. Yeah. So people are saying now, did they kill off that Black Noir, and now it's the Homelander clone from the? I don't know. You can't really force that in at the last minute, you know.
Well, they certainly did in the comics.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, there's something going on with him also, right? We're going to go into a little bit of a thing here, right? The Deep, right? The Deep sucks. The Deep sucks so bad, and he should have died in season 1. The latest he should have been in the season 2.
Yeah, but like
he sucks, like, man. He's not funny. It's stupid.
I'll defend the Deep because the point is for him to be an annoying, not funny, pathetic henchman.
I want him to die in the most.
No, I get it.
Bad way. I want Starlight to do it as well from like the stuff from season 1. But like every time I see his stupid face, it just annoys me.
Dude, the guy that plays the Deep.
Oh, he's doing a great job of it.
But like, massive shout out, because I don't think anyone's ever going to cast you in anything again. You fucked an octopus for like 8 seasons or however many seasons. Like, I will never be able to watch you in anything else. I'm sorry, you're a phenomenal actor, but you did too good of a job.
Yeah.
you're cooked.
I hate him so much.
Better-
The actor's great at playing him, but like,
I just think you're going to have to work in consultancy or something now.
I think he's just like, he should have been gone long ago, like a long time ago.
Well, I get that viewpoint. I don't agree with you. I just, I think he's right. I think he's right where he belongs. You know.
I think as well. Like, I think he's gonna go to the last episode as well.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He could survive the show, but no, I think Starlight's gonna get him in the end.
I think it'd be a great twist if he took V1 instead.
Maybe.
You know, and he was the final antagonist. You know, it's because it's the weasel. It's not the guy you're looking at. It's the weasel behind him.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be an actual statement.
Oh,
but the boys isn't brave enough to do that, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong. What else have we got? Unless you have anything else you want to say about the boys.
Yeah,
but
no. To be fair, like that sounds there like I was really negative on it. I'm liking it so far,
I'm not.
but I do think the show, you just drop the whole thing and you just watch it back to back. This weekly release, I don't think works for it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep covering it because that's what we do here.
Yeah, no, I'll still finish it out. But like,
That's funny that you chose the boys and I chose Shadowlord.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was? Oh yeah. So Daredevil had a new episode this week. It was amazing. It was great. Once again, like I've been saying every week, I feel like Matt Murdock was definitely in this episode way more than the last, but I still feel like as a whole he hasn't been like the main character of the season. But this was great episode. There was
It was all about vigilante, right?
there was actually, I don't think, any action scene in the whole episode, and I think it might be the best one of this season so far. It was great.
Yeah.
It was like Bullseye.
Vigilante?
Bullseye?
No?
What?
No? Never mind.
I'm so confused.
Never mind. I saw a clip that I was like, that's a Daredevil spoiler.
Okay, we'll talk about that after because I don't know what you're...
Sure, okay. Not for this pod.
Oh, I think I know the clip you're on about.
Maybe it was a few episodes ago. I don't know.
That's from like last season.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, I saw a clip of that and I was like,
Are you on about the Punisher guy?
I'm on a...
Go on.
Maybe spoilers for Daredevil, who's to say? I saw a clip of a dude in like a white suit, like, and he's like running down the street, and then a guy comes out of nowhere with like a 1911, just shoots him in the side of the head as he's jogging, and everyone was like, whoa, Daredevil spoilers. That's killing Vigilante with a capital V.
Vigilante's not a character in Daredevil.
I don't know what I saw then.
Vigilante's a character in Peacemaker.
Oh, maybe it was that.
But no, it was Bullseye. It was basically Bullseye and Matt, and just them talking, and then like it cut back to, they brought back a lot of the cast from the Netflix in flashbacks. But I was like, oh, here we're going to go nostalgia flashbacks. But the whole flashbacks actually serve the purpose of the whole theme of the episode.
Cool.
And there's this character in, I didn't hate him in season 1, but I'm starting to hate him now. He's very much the deep of Daredevil. His name's Daniel.
Okay.
And he's like, I'll just show you a clip of him after, and you're just going to want to punch his face. Like,
yeah,
he's starting to annoy me, and I think he needs to go. But the rest of it was good. But like this season Daredevil, I feel like Kingpin is the main character. But he's given a great performance, so I'm not mad about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then with Daredevil, so Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage from Luke Cage,
Yep.
he's coming back in season 3, and it's supposed to be a surprise, but my man just doesn't care, and he's just putting everything on Twitter, like selfies with the cast. He's wearing a suit from the comics when Luke Cage becomes mayor. He's
another actor that has been embroiled with Halo over the years that I don't really think is very good.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I don't think Coulter's very good.
He played Luke Cage, and he put up a photo of him wearing an outfit that Luke Cage wears when he's mayor in the comics. So that means this season's going to end with Kingpin obviously not being mayor.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he put up one as well, and he's like, it said something like, you can't jail up the devil or something like that. And it's him and Kristen Ritter, who plays Jessica Jones, and then Charlie Cox wearing a full beard and like a prison jumpsuit. So I guess he's going to prison the end of this season.
That's crazy.
And he was just putting them up, and people were like replying.
He's on Tom Holland demon time.
People were like replying to him, being like, "Oh man, you're spoiling everything." I think you're just like my Twitter account, like basically, like. And then he put up, but as well, it was heavily rumored that he was going to be in season 3.
My Twitter account.
But it was heavily rumored he was going to be in season 3, but there was no confirmed. And people were like, no, there's no way Finn Jones comes back as Iron Fist. So people are like, no, he's definitely not. He might just put up a selfie with Finn Jones on the set. So he's just spoiling all of next season.
That's awesome.
So we're getting a little Defenders reunion next season, which was like when Netflix did the Avengers.
I remember the Defenders.
They did Daredevil.
Often forgotten, but not by me.
Daredevil, great. All the seasons.
Iron Fist, awful.
Iron Fist sucked so bad. I didn't watch the second season.
Yeah. Luke Cage, mixed feelings by people, but generally liked.
First half of season 1 was great. Then they switched up and it was terrible. I watched the first episode of the second season and said, nah. Jessica Jones.
Season 1, beloved. Season 2,
1,
despised.
fantastic. Season 2, it could be the worst of all of them. I didn't watch season 3.
I tried to like Jessica Jones. I just hated it.
Oh, man. I think she's good in the role, though. But, yeah. But
she is. I just didn't like the show.
So they're all coming back for Daredevil season 3. It looks like Daredevil Born Again season 3. And and we already had Punisher back last season, and he's getting his thing. So my last topic. There's a little movie, right?
I had one more gaming topic, didn't I?
I think you did, yeah. I'll give you my topic. So there's a little movie, right? Coming out in about 6 months' time, and the entire thing got emailed to someone who just put it on Twitter. So it's out there, and you can watch it now in full quality. And that's Avatar: The Legend of Aang, the movie. You heard about this?
It's just out there?
Someone accidentally, I don't know what happened, but he basically emailed it to just a random guy. So the random guy got the whole movie, and he just like put it out there. So like you can watch it in clips on Twitter, or you can actually find it in like the dodgy streaming sites, and you can watch the whole. Haven't you seen any of this? 6 months early, but then people are saying, is this a PR thing to see if it builds enough hype? Will they re-release it in the theaters? So it could have been done on purpose.
So hold on. I don't know what this movie is. Is this animated? Is this live action?
Yeah, it's made by the original creators of The Legend of Aang show.
This is the young adult one, is it?
Yeah, when they're a bit older, yeah.
Okay, how are people reacting?
Very, very, very positively. I seen a fight scene with Toph, man, and she's just absolutely bodying people.
Dude, I haven't heard anything about this.
Do you know any of the cast?
Fucking insane. Hold on. Fuck the cast. I
think you like the cast.
I don't give a shit about the cast for a second. The whole movie leaked in an email?
Yeah.
And no one is talking about this?
I'm surprised. People have been talking. I'm surprised you haven't heard about it.
This is actually the first time I'm hearing about this. This is truly sad, actually. Someone play Tiny Dancer.
But so originally it was coming out in cinemas, and then they were like,
did they pull it?
They pulled it to release it on Paramount, and I'm telling you now, if it releases on Paramount, I am watching on Paramount, because I'm not going to watch however long this movie is, and I'm not going to be looking at a fucking ad every 3 minutes, because Paramount sucks so bad. So but the whole thing is just out there at the moment. You could watch it tonight if you want. You could definitely find it somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Wow.
That
is crazy.
I seen a couple of small clips just scrolling reels and stuff, and from what I've seen, it looks great. But it's getting like people are really, really liking it.
That is insane. That is.
I suppose you haven't heard that.
Nothing. Never heard that.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't think that movie was even that close to being out. There's no trailers out, is there?
I think maybe there's not even a trailer out. Yeah. I don't remember seeing a trailer. The whole movie's out there anyway, and you can find it. You can probably watch it in Twitter in like 100 clips. But I really no. I think they could have brought back the cast of the show, but they recast all of them. But I'm not mad at the Zuko cast. Stephen Yeun.
Oh yeah, good cast.
Great
Sounds
cast,
like him.
yeah.
Sounds like him.
Yeah. But I think they could have brought back all the other cast. From what I've seen as well, the villain looks...
Is Toph recast?
Yeah, everyone's recast.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, but I think they could have just brought them all back.
She just came back to voice acting though. That sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm surprised you haven't heard. Did you even know this was being made? That's the poster.
I heard about it years ago.
That's the poster for it.
Damn.
But the villain is played by Batista.
Okay.
But from what you see in a clip is they find this...
I don't want to know anything.
Okay.
I don't want to know anything. Because apparently it's out there and you can go watch it if you want, but I won't watch it illegally.
Yeah.
I won't watch it legally either, but I won't watch it.
But a lot of people are.
Yeah, but a lot of people are.
But they're saying
you can if you want to.
They're saying it's very in line with the
the
original show.
Oh, I can't believe that whole film leaked.
The entire thing, yeah.
That's so.
But like when they catch the guy who, like, to be fair, it was emailed to him. But when they catch, if it wasn't a PR stunt and they catch the guy who dropped it, man, his grandkids are going to be playing off his death. Like,
no, what would he be legally liable for?
Well, putting it out there.
What legal obligation did he have to not put it out there?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, true.
I don't think they can book him.
But he has it.
Wow, that's a crazy story.
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
No.
Man, I could Google it and I could show you here.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not going to do that. But
no, I'm just blown away. That's all. I'm just blown away. Wow.
But I'll just put in here Avatar Legend of Aang movie leak and we'll just, it's just going to tell you.
We could. We're not doing that.
No,
though.
we're not going to do that.
No. Oh my God. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
The entire thing. It happened about 5 days ago.
That's crazy.
So it's almost a week ago now.
I don't know how I haven't heard about that. Wow. That's insane. That is insane.
Yeah. So it's all out there. That was my last topic for the day.
Well, we ended on a crazy one. Oh, no, I have one. 007 First Light.
Yes.
Yeah, it's made by the guys that made Hitman, and it's a James Bond game, and someone just did it. Lana Del Rey just released a song for it, so they're doing normal James Bond theme and stuff like that. It's young James Bond on an adventure in the Caribbean islands, I think.
I seen a trailer a while ago.
Looks awesome.
Yeah,
I can't wait. It's coming out within the next week or two, I think. That looks cool. I'm not following up the Avatar movie leaked online free, so that's all you get for James Bond. I'll play it probably eventually, maybe not at launch unless it's on Game Pass. Then I might check it out. But wow,
the Avatar one was wild though.
Yeah,
especially so early. Like if it was a week or two beforehand, because just some stuff does leak.
Yeah,
but the fact that it was 6 months early, but that's why people are saying it could be a PR thing just to seize the intrigue there to put it back in the cinemas.
There's no way. There's no way.
If it's out there, a lot of people are going to watch it.
Yeah, there's no way that that's millions lost. I mean, on as crazy as that is, we might not ever get more Avatar stuff because of this.
Yeah.
Wow. God. I don't know how to feel about that. This has been Double Exposure, episode 9. Yeah. This was a long one, but there was a lot going on. Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some stuff that happened that we didn't cover as well. But
let us know, and we'll cover it next week for your auditory pleasure. Also, during the week, we put out a video supplemental, so check that out. Let us know what you thought of that. But we talked about our pet peeves. God, I can't get over that Avatar thing.
It really blew your mind.
Just totally blew my mind. Thank you for watching episode 9 of Double Exposure. It has been our pleasure to bring this to you. I have learned so much. I'm so full of knowledge now. Oh, yummy knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us an outro, Don.
Bada bing, bada boom, Mr. Worldwide when I leave the room.